Haley jolted awake in the dead of night, her heart pounding like a drum in her chest, as she felt warm lips pressing against her own in the darkness of their shared dorm room. She froze, eyes wide, realizing it was Hannah, her straight, devoutly religious roommate, who was leaning over her bed, eyes closed in what seemed like desperate surrender. The kiss lingered for a split second too long before Hannah pulled back, gasping, her face a mask of horror as she met Haley's stunned gaze. And in that instant, the fragile balance of their friendship cracked irreparably. Haley's mind raced, replaying the moment over and over as she lay there pretending to sleep again, her body rigid under the thin blanket. How could this be happening? Hannah, the girl who quoted Bible verses at breakfast and dated boys from her church youth group, had just crossed a line that Haley had only dreamed of in her most secret thoughts. Haley had known she was gay since high school, but she buried it deep, especially around Hannah, whose family was the epitome of conservative values, her father a pastor, her mother a homemaker who volunteered at anti-LGBT rallies. What if this was a prank? Or worse, a test? Haley's thoughts spiraled. If I confront her, she'll deny it, call me crazy, and then what? Move out. Tell everyone I'm the one with issues? The room felt suffocating, the air thick with unspoken tension. Morning came too soon, sunlight filtering through the blinds like an unwelcome intruder. Haley sat up slowly, her head throbbing from lack of sleep, while Hannah bustled around the kitchenette as if nothing had happened, humming a hymn under her breath. Coffee? Hannah asked, her voice unnaturally bright, handing over a mug without meeting Haley's eyes. Haley took it, her fingers brushing Hannah's accidentally, sending a jolt through her. She wanted to scream, to demand an explanation, but the words stuck in her throat. Instead she muttered, "Sure, thanks." Inside, Haley battled a storm. Part of her thrilled at the possibility that Hannah felt something too, but the larger part screamed danger. This could ruin everything. Their lease, their social circle, Haley's carefully constructed facade of being just friends. As the day wore on, Haley couldn't focus on her lectures at the university. She sat in the back of her psychology class, doodling absent-mindedly, her mind fixated on Hannah's lips, soft and tentative. Why me? Haley wondered. Hannah had always been the golden girl, straight-A student, captain of the debate team, with a boyfriend named Mark who picked her up every Sunday for church. Haley, on the other hand, was the quiet artist, sketching portraits in her notebook, hiding her crushes behind layers of sarcasm. They'd become roommates by chance freshman year, bonding over late-night study sessions and shared pizza. But now? This kiss was a grenade, and Haley held the pin. That evening, back in the dorm, the tension simmered like a pot about to boil over. Hannah suggested ordering takeout, her smile forced, eyes darting away whenever Haley looked too long. They ate in silence, the TV droning in the background, some mindless sitcom that neither watched. Haley's inner monologue raged. Say something. Don't let her pretend. But what if she freaks out? What if she tells her parents and they pull her out of school? Haley knew the stakes. Her own family was liberal, but Hannah's? They viewed homosexuality as a sin, a choice to be prayed away. Finally, as they cleared the plates, Haley couldn't hold it in. Last night, she started, her voice barely above a whisper. Hannah froze, her back to Haley's shoulders tensing. What about it? Hannah replied too casually. Haley's heart hammered. You kissed me. While I was sleeping. The words hung in the air like smoke. Hannah turned slowly, her face paling, eyes wide with panic. I don't know what you're talking about, she lied, her voice cracking. But Haley saw the truth in her trembling hands. Hannah, please. Don't gaslight me. I felt it. Tears welled in Hannah's eyes, and she sank onto the couch, burying her face in her hands. It was a mistake, she whispered. I was half asleep, confused. It didn't mean anything. But Haley knew better. The kiss had been deliberate, fueled by something deeper. Inside, Haley felt a mix of elation and dread. This could be the start of something real, or the end of everything. The argument escalated quickly. Hannah stood up, pacing the small room, her voice rising. You can't tell anyone. Promise me. Haley nodded, but her mind whirled. Why the fear? Is it shame? Or something more? Hannah confessed in fragments. How she'd been questioning things for months. How Mark's kisses felt empty. How watching Haley laugh with her friends stirred unfamiliar feelings. But I'm not like that, Hannah insisted, more to herself than Haley. My family would disown me. Haley reached out, touching her arm gently. You don't have to be alone in this. But Hannah jerked away, eyes flashing with anger. Don't touch me. This is your fault, you're always so open about everything. Maybe you influenced me. Haley recoiled, hurt slicing through her like a knife. Influenced? As if her existence was a contagion. The betrayal stung, fueling Haley's own anger. My fault? You're the one who kissed me. They shouted back and forth, words like weapons, until Hannah stormed out, slamming the door. Alone, Haley collapsed on her bed, tears streaming. What have I done? She thought. By confronting her, had she pushed Hannah further into denial? Or was this the crack that would let light in? The night stretched on, sleepless again, as Haley pondered the cost of truth in a world that demanded lies. Days blurred into a fragile truce. Hannah avoided Haley, coming home late from study groups, her phone buzzing with texts from Mark. Haley watched from afar, her heart aching. She confided in no one, the secret a heavy weight. In her journal she wrote, "How can one kiss unravel two lives? I want to help her, but what if she resents me forever?" The university campus buzzed with life. Football games, parties, but Haley felt isolated, trapped in their shared silence. One afternoon, Hannah's mother called unexpectedly. Haley answered the phone in the dorm, hearing the woman's cheerful voice. Is Hannah there? We're planning a family retreat. Haley lied smoothly, saying Hannah was in class, but inside she panicked. What if they find out? Hannah returned later, pale, admitting her parents were pressuring her to get serious with Mark. They think he's perfect, she said bitterly. Haley sat beside her, the air charged. And what do you think? Hannah looked at her, eyes softening for a moment. I don't know anymore. It was a small admission, but it ignited hope in Haley, and fear. The fragile peace shattered when Mark showed up unannounced one evening, flowers in hand, his grin wide and oblivious. Hannah let him in, her laughter forced as she hugged him, but Haley saw the strain in her eyes, the way her gaze flickered to Haley across the room. Mark, tall and clean-cut, chatted about church events, inviting Haley along as if she were just another friend. Haley declined politely, retreating to her desk, pretending to study while her mind screamed. He's the barrier, the safe choice she's clinging to. But what if she chooses him? The thought gnawed at Haley, stirring jealousy she hadn't anticipated. Later, after Mark left, Hannah collapsed on her bed, sighing deeply. He's proposing soon, I think, she confessed, staring at the ceiling. Haley's stomach dropped. And? She asked, voice steady despite the turmoil inside. Hannah turned to her, eyes searching. I don't love him. Not like that. The words hung heavy, an unspoken implication. Haley's heart raced. Is this her admitting it? But Hannah quickly backtracked. I mean, he's great, but everything's so confusing. Haley wanted to press, to say, because of me? Because of us. But she held back, fearing another explosion. The next day at a campus coffee shop, Haley met her friend Lisa, the only person who knew about her sexuality. You look wrecked, Lisa said, sipping her latte. Haley hesitated, then spilled a sanitized version, no names, just hypotheticals. What if your straight friend kisses you? Does it mean something? Lisa's eyes widened. Girl, that's messy. But feelings don't lie. Haley nodded, but doubt crept in. What if it's just curiosity? What if I end up heartbroken? Back home, Hannah was waiting, her expression serious. We need to talk. They sat on the couch, knees almost touching, the room dim with evening light. Hannah took a deep breath. That kiss. It wasn't a mistake. I've been feeling things for you. For months. Haley's breath caught, joy surging through her. But Hannah continued, tears forming. But I can't. My faith, my family, they'd never accept it. I'd lose everything. Haley reached for her hand. This time Hannah didn't pull away. You don't have to lose me, Haley whispered. Their fingers intertwined, a silent promise, but Haley's mind raced. Is this worth the risk? For her, yes, but for Hannah? The secret affair began in whispers and stolen glances. Late nights they'd talk for hours, Hannah opening up about her repressed upbringing, how she'd always felt different but buried it under prayer and denial. Haley shared her own struggles, coming out to her parents, the bullying in high school. "You're brave," Hannah said one night, her head on Haley's shoulder. But bravery came at a cost. Hannah started skipping church, lying to Mark, her guilt manifesting in restless nights. Haley watched her deteriorate, thinking, "Am I selfish for wanting this? Should I let her go?" Tension peaked at a family dinner Hannah couldn't avoid. She invited Haley as a friend, but her parents' scrutiny was palpable. Over roast chicken in their suburban home, Hannah's father preached about traditional values, quoting scriptures that condemned unnatural affections. Haley sat silently, rage boiling inside. How can love be unnatural? Hannah squeezed her knee under the table, a desperate anchor. Later in the car, Hannah broke down. "They'd hate me if they knew." Haley held her, whispering reassurances, but doubt festered. "What if they find out? What price will we pay?" Mark sensed the change. He confronted Hannah after a date, accusing her of pulling away. "Is there someone else?" he demanded. Hannah denied it, but the lie ate at her. She came home crying, collapsing into Haley's arms. "I broke up with him," she sobbed. Haley's relief was tainted by fear. Now it's real. No more hiding behind him. But Hannah's resolve wavered. What if this is wrong? What if I'm damning myself? Haley's heart ached. Her faith is her anchor. Am I asking her to drown? Campus rumors started swirling. Whispers about Hannah ditching Mark, spending too much time with Haley. A mutual friend cornered Haley in the library. "What's going on with you two? People are talking." Haley brushed it off, but paranoia set in. What if someone saw us? Hannah grew distant, snapping at small things, her inner conflict raging. One night she exploded. "This is too hard. I can't keep lying." Haley fought back tears. "Then don't. Choose." But choice meant sacrifice, and Hannah wasn't ready. Haley's own family noticed her distraction during a phone call. Her mom asked, "Is there a girl?" Haley admitted vaguely, and her mom's support warmed her, but highlighted Hannah's isolation. Why does she have to suffer? Haley thought. Society's chains are tighter for some. The divide deepened when Hannah attended a church retreat, returning with renewed guilt. "We have to stop," she declared, eyes cold. Haley's world tilted. After all this, she's choosing fear over us? The betrayal hit like a wave. Haley argued, pleading, but Hannah was resolute. "It's not you, it's me. I can't betray my beliefs." Haley stormed out, wandering the streets, tears blurring her vision. How could she give up so easily? Inside, Haley questioned everything. Was I just an experiment? Or did I push too hard? The pain was raw, a wound that wouldn't heal. Weeks passed in icy silence, the dorm a battlefield of avoided eye contact and terse exchanges. Haley threw herself into her art, sketching furious portraits of Hannah, capturing the conflict in her eyes, the unspoken longing. But each stroke reminded her of the loss. Why fight for someone who won't fight back? She wondered, staring at the canvas late at night. Hannah, meanwhile, dove into church activities, her Bible always open, as if scripture could erase the memories. Yet Haley caught her staring, eyes filled with regret, and it fueled Haley's anger. If it hurts you too, why not choose happiness? A turning point came during a campus pride event. Haley attended alone, surrounded by rainbow flags and accepting crowds, her heart yearning for Hannah to see this world. She met a girl named Alex, outgoing and unapologetic, who flirted shamelessly. For a moment, Haley considered it a rebound, a way to move on. But guilt stopped her. What if Hannah changes her mind? Back home, Hannah was waiting, jealousy etched on her face. "Who was that?" she asked sharply. Haley snapped. "None of your business. You ended this." The argument reignited old flames. Hannah confessed, voice breaking. "I can't stop thinking about you. But my parents. They cut me off. No tuition, no home." Haley softened, understanding the stakes. Her own family was supportive, but Hannah's world was rigid, unforgiving. "We could figure it out together," Haley urged. Hannah hesitated, then nodded, pulling Haley into a hug. The reconciliation was tentative, built on shaky ground, but hope flickered. They agreed to take it slow, no labels, just exploration. Inside, Haley worried. Is this sustainable? Or are we delaying the inevitable crash? Society's pressure mounted. Hannah's father called. suspicious after hearing rumors from a church friend on campus. Are you hanging out with the wrong crowd? He probed. Hannah lied, but the strain showed. She started therapy secretly, grappling with her identity. Am I gay? Or just confused? She asked Haley one night. Haley held her, whispering, only you can decide. But love isn't confusion. Yet Haley's own doubts surfaced. What if she's not ready? Am I enabling her pain? The mouth-wandao duk deepened when Hannah's younger sister visited. Innocent and chatty, she idolized Hannah, repeating their parents' views on family values. Hannah played the perfect sister, but later broke down. If she knew, she'd hate me. Haley comforted her, but thought, how long can we hide? The deception weighed heavy, a constant moral tug-of-war. Was their love worth the lies? High drama unfolded at a family wedding. Hannah's cousin was marrying, and she begged Haley to come as a friend. The event was lavish, filled with conservative relatives. During the reception, an uncle ranted about the gay agenda ruining America. Hannah gripped Haley's hand under the table, her face pale. Later, in a quiet corner, they shared a stolen kiss, risky, exhilarating. But a cousin spotted them, eyes narrowing. Panic ensued. Hannah denied it vehemently, claiming it was nothing. Haley felt the sting of rejection anew. Even now, she'll throw me under the bus. The drive home was silent, tension thick. You ashamed of me? Haley finally asked. Hannah cried. No. But I can't lose my family. Haley exploded. What about losing me? The fight escalated, words cutting deep. You're coward, Haley accused. Hannah retorted. And you're pushy. You don't understand the cost. They arrived home estranged again, the cycle repeating. Haley lay awake. Is love supposed to hurt this much? Or are we doomed by forces beyond us? Haley sought solace in online forums, reading stories of others in similar binds. Some found happiness. Others lost everything. It inspired her but also terrified. What if we end up like them, broken? Hannah, sensing Haley's withdrawal, made a bold move. She came out to her best church friend, testing the waters. The friend reacted with support, surprising Hannah. Not everyone's like my parents, she told Haley excitedly. It was a small victory, chipping away at the walls. But backlash came swiftly. The friend gossiped and word reached Hannah's parents. A furious phone call followed. What's this I hear about you and that roommate? Her father thundered. Hannah panicked, denying everything, but the seed was planted. She packed a bag, fleeing to Haley's arms. I can't go home, she sobbed. Haley held her, thinking. This is the turning point. But at what cost? Hannah's world was crumbling, and Haley felt responsible. The next days were a whirlwind of decisions. Hannah cut ties temporarily with her family, crashing on Haley's couch while figuring out finances. Scholarships, part-time jobs, practicalities overshadowed romance. Haley supported her, but resentment brewed. Why did it take this to choose us? Hannah's inner turmoil was palpable. She prayed nightly, questioning her faith. Is God punishing me? She whispered. Haley reassured her but doubted. Can faith and love coexist here? As Hannah's estrangement from her family deepened, the reality of their choices hit hard. Letters arrived. Pleas from her mother, condemnations from her father. Each one a dagger to Hannah's heart. She read them in secret, tears staining the pages, then burned them in the sink. They think I'm lost, she told Haley, voice hollow. Haley hugged her but inside questioned. Am I worth this pain? The sacrifice was immense. Hannah lost her safety net, her sense of belonging. Yet in quiet moments their bond strengthened. Shared meals, laughter over old movies, reminders of why they fought. Society's judgment amplified the drama. At university, stares followed them. Whispers about the lesbians echoed in halls. A professor pulled Haley aside, offering support, but it felt invasive. Hannah faced worse. Her debate team demoted her, citing distractions. Fury boiled in Haley. How dare they? But Hannah internalized it, doubting her worth. Maybe they're right. Maybe I'm ruining my future. Haley countered fiercely. No, they're bigots. We're building ours. But the words rang hollow amid Hannah's growing depression. A pivotal confrontation occurred when Hannah's parents showed up unannounced. They banged on the dorm door, demanding entry. Hannah opened it, face ashen, while Haley stood behind, heart pounding. "What have you done?" her father bellowed, eyes blazing. Her mother wept, clutching a Bible. "Come home, honey. We can fix this." Hannah stood her ground, voice trembling. "This is who I am. I love Haley." The words hung like a bombshell. Her father disowned her on the spot, storming out with ultimatums. Her mother lingered, hugging Hannah briefly. "I love you, but this. It's wrong." Then she left too. Hannah collapsed, sobbing uncontrollably. Haley held her through the night, whispering comforts, but guilt consumed her. "I caused this rift. Is our love a curse?" Hannah's resolve hardened post-breakdown. She sought counseling, joining an LGBT support group. There, she met others with similar stories, finding solidarity. "I'm not alone," she told Haley, eyes brighter. But the damage lingered, nightmares, anxiety attacks. Haley bore the brunt, her own mental health fraying. "Am I strong enough for both of us?" Betrayal struck from an unexpected angle. Mark, bitter from the breakup, spread rumors online, outing Hannah publicly on social media. Photos of them together circulated, twisted with hateful comments. Hannah's phone exploded with messages. Support from some, vitriol from others. She deactivated accounts, isolating further. Haley confronted Mark at a campus event. Fury unleashed. "You had no right." He smirked. She deserved it for lying. The encounter left Haley shaken. How low will people go? Hannah blamed herself. "If I'd been honest sooner." But Haley saw the truth. Society punishes the vulnerable. The couple's relationship strained under the weight. Arguments flared over small things, money, chores, but rooted in deeper fears. "You regret choosing me," Haley accused one night. Hannah denied it, but her eyes betrayed doubt. They took a break, Hannah staying with a friend. Alone, Haley reflected. Is space healing or the beginning of the end? She poured her emotions into art, creating a series on forbidden love, raw, evocative pieces that gained campus attention. It empowered her, but highlighted Hannah's absence. Reunion came dramatically. Hannah returned after a week, knocking softly. "I can't live without you," she admitted, pulling Haley into an embrace. They talked till dawn, laying bare vulnerabilities. Hannah revealed she'd written her parents, explaining her truth, though expecting silence. "I'm done hiding," she declared. Haley's heart swelled. Finally, she's claiming her life. But realism tempered joy. Reconciliation might never come. As they rebuilt, external pressures persisted. Job interviews loomed post-graduation. Hannah worried her scandal would hinder opportunities. Haley encouraged her. "We'll face it together." They attended pride parades, Hannah tentatively waving a flag, steps toward acceptance. Yet inner conflicts remained. Hannah's faith evolved, seeking inclusive interpretations, but doubts lingered. "What if I'm wrong?" she confided. Haley replied. "What if love is right?" The question haunted them. A final blow came from Hannah's sister, who called secretly. "I miss you," she said, voice small. "Mom cries every night." Hannah wept, torn between loyalty and authenticity. "Tell them I love them," she replied, hanging up. The call reignited turmoil. Should she compromise? Haley advised against, but felt selfish. The moral quandary peaked. Is cutting ties righteous or cruel? Through it all, their love endured, forged in fire. They moved to a small apartment off campus, symbolizing commitment. Hannah started volunteering at an LGBT youth center, channeling pain into purpose. Haley's art flourished, exhibitions drawing crowds. But scars remained, trust issues, lingering guilt. Haley wondered nightly, was the price too high? Yet seeing Hannah smile freely, she knew. No, it's worth it. Graduation approached like a storm on the horizon, forcing decisions that tested their bond to its limits. Hannah received a job offer in a conservative town, her dream position in social work, but it meant relocating and potentially hiding again. "We could make it work," she suggested tentatively. Haley's stomach nodded. "Make what work? Pretending?" She voiced her fears. "I won't go back in the closet for anyone." Hannah recoiled, hurt flashing in her eyes. "It's not that simple. This job could change lives, including mine." The argument simmered, exposing cracks. Hannah's pragmatism versus Haley's idealism. Haley's own opportunity arose. An art residency in New York, vibrant and accepting. Come with me, she pleaded. Hannah hesitated. Leave everything? My roots are here. Roots poisoned by rejection, Haley thought bitterly. The choice loomed a moral crossroads. Sacrifice career for love or love for self? Hannah's inner debate raged. I've lost my family. Can I lose my future too? Haley empathized but stood firm. We deserve to live openly. Tensions culminated in a heated confrontation. Over dinner, Hannah announced she'd accept the job. It's temporary. We can visit. Haley exploded. Temporary? Like our relationship. Words flew like daggers, accusations of selfishness, betrayal. Hannah stormed out, leaving Haley alone with regrets. Did I push too far? The night dragged, Haley pacing, replaying their journey. From that fateful kiss to this impasse. Love shouldn't demand erasure. Hannah returned at dawn, eyes red from crying. I turned it down, she whispered. Haley's relief was overwhelming but tainted by guilt. Another sacrifice on my altar. They embraced, vowing to find compromises. Hannah applied for jobs in progressive cities. Haley deferred her residency. It was a delicate balance, but it worked for now. Inside, Hannah mourned lost opportunities. Was this the right choice? Or am I defined by her? Healing came slowly. Hannah's parents reached out via email. Cautious, not warm, but a crack in the ice. We want to understand, her mother wrote. Hannah replied warily, sharing articles on faith and acceptance. No miracles but progress. Her sister visited secretly, hugging her tightly. I don't care who you love, she said. Tears flowed, mending began. Haley watched, hopeful. Maybe society evolves one heart at a time. But not without setbacks. A former friend outed them to Haley's extended family, stirring drama. Haley's aunt called judgmental. Think of the children. Haley hung up, rage simmering. Why must we justify our existence? Hannah comforted her. We're stronger together. Their resilience grew, turning pain into advocacy. They spoke at campus events, sharing their story, edited for privacy but raw in emotion. As they navigated post-college life, cohabiting in a cozy apartment, daily routines blended with deeper connections. Mornings with coffee and kisses, evenings debating ethics. Hannah's faith transformed. She found a welcoming church, reconciling beliefs with identity. God loves all, she affirmed. Haley, agnostic, respected it. Diversity and unity. Yet questions lingered. Hannah occasionally stared into space, pondering what ifs. What if I'd stayed straight? Married Mark? Haley sensed it, insecurity flaring. Am I enough? They addressed it openly, therapy helping. No regrets, Hannah assured, but Haley wondered, truth or comfort? The story's climax arrived unexpectedly. Hannah's father suffered a health scare, prompting a family reunion. She invited Haley, a bold move. At the hospital, tensions crackled. Her father, weakened, met Haley's gaze. You're the one. Hannah nodded defiantly. He sighed. I don't understand, but I love my daughter. No full acceptance, but a truce. Hannah wept with relief. Haley felt vindicated. Persistence pays. In the aftermath, they reflected on their odyssey. Kisses and shadows, shouts in daylight, losses and gains. We paid dearly, Hannah said. Haley agreed. But we're free. Their love, scarred but enduring, stood as testament to resilience. Was denying one's true self ever the right choice? Or does authenticity always demand its pound of flesh?